it's not you, it's me instead. Ay, I wanted to ride with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna lead a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. With the shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a. Lately I'll be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I'll be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I'll be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light now.
Good night, everybody. Good night. It's DeTopiks. What was the date of today? 16th of April, 2024. It's a wonderful day. Had a wonderful weekend. Arsenal lose. Liverpool lose twice since the last year. Who else lose? Barcelona lose today. Oh my God. New Orleans gonna lose and Rennes are gonna be extra ranked. That might be the best lose of them all. Reese, I'm joined this evening by Reese Trust. Reese, good evening. How was your weekend, sir? Your Arsenal weekend.
Good evening. As a true fan, I had prepared for the failures of my team. So nothing surprising to me. I feel like supporting Arsenal like supporting Pam. You just have to understand you're gonna lose. You take the L and you move on.
Pam got a chance next time. Where you really got to know.
No, but what they tell me this year, they tell me that after Christmas, over the last 10 years, 7 out of 10 teams that leading after Christmas to win the league. You know, 2 of the teams I failed?
You're two of them. I'm not for sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you understand. So don't worry about it. I understand how this thing goes. I have no expectations.
Well, you can't reach 4. Well, you can't reach 3 unless you do 2 first. So you know you got it baked in your DNA. You got hopes for tomorrow?
Me gonna be alright. Huh?
You have high hopes for tomorrow in Munich?
No. What happened is we should have the first leg we were supposed to take care of it. The fact that we allowed them to survive getting into tomorrow is gonna be a struggle.
You got a harder game then. You got a harder game than tomorrow. Okay.
If we win, we're lucky, but if we lose, we're no surprise. No surprise. We're not gonna make it seem like me feel that this team of mine is such a great team that we're supposed to dominate. Nah. Gotta start being realistic, brother.
Good night, Miss Walters.
And the truth is, that's just not it.
We were having a conversation about the IPL before. What have been your observation on the IPL? Good night, Miss Weeks.
I'm gonna tell you my biggest observation on the IPL is, well, and I should tell you, like, this is from a fan standpoint, that there are so many amazing cricketers coming out of India that you may have never heard of. These men never play in the Indian cricket team. You barely know who they be. And when these men bat, oh my gosh. India have about 4 squad water cricketers. India's on the right trajectory. Oh yeah.
Here's what I see. Good evening, Miss Stapleton. Here's what I see about this cricket. 2020 might finish 50 over cricket. I watched a game yesterday and a team made 288 runs in a 20 over game. 288. Them man I make the same amount of runs, one man I take 50 overs, man.
Wait, hold on. Wait just a second. Might end 50 over cricket?
Yes.
You know, I didn't hear me take on that.
You just be in front of time.
Me done stop watch 50 over cricket long time, boy. This
I
thing called
understand.
ODI? This thing called ODI? What? What am I doing? A whole day? With no fireworks? A little fireworks? Nah. 2020 got all the boom right now, bro. Matter of fact, I watch the T10 that they got in Dubai. Even that works. But 50 over cricket? Nah, bro. I'm over that already.
And the other thing that I see is that the gap, the margin, because I just tell people, like, when me watch cricket, if you want to convince me about West Indies, for example, then I have to look at their peers to determine where they are in respect of that. I just see some kind of cricket being played domestically in other places. The night Miss One. And I don't know, I'm no CPL team want to make 250. These people, this is like the sixth time or something for the year. A team done gone over 250, you know. And on Mumbai done do it a couple of times. We ain't batting like that. I'm not seeing it. And that's the gap between winning and losing. That the real gap. Oh my
Oh,
God. Wow.
and and you say Mumbai. So I think that IPL should break up Mumbai, yeah? I think that Mumbai is the most unfair team. Even though they're not number one, it's the most unfair batting lineup in IPL. Just from a national team standpoint. Yo, these man got Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, and then man going to the first four players is not Western, it's India team batsmen. You realize that, right?
Yes.
The first four batsmen actually play for India.
And you still got guns later down in the inning to come.
Yo, these man.
Okay. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that I realize about the IPL. From since the days of Chris Gale, there is not a batsman who is a leading batsman. We got batsmen who a team would bring in down the order just to fire. We got icing, but we're not gonna care.
Yeah,
I
so
see
you
I
and you.
I, 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 I see Hetmeyer coming into the number 7. You know? Them man sending Hetmeyer after Ashwin. And
Mhm,
people and
mhm.
then me still see West Indian people are tell me Hetmeyer is the solution for West Indies cricket. Hetmeyer ain't in the solution for his franchise. How he gonna be the solution for West Indies cricket? Hetmeyer got oh my god, no. I'm not stressing.
No, no,
I'm not making it.
I understand because I said this year now about Puran. I said this year now about Dre Russell. Dre Russell we already know is a middle order batsman. I see Shea Hope was out there, Ravman Poyle, but like you said, we don't have no leading batsman because you will see the David Warners, the Josh Butlers, they're leading off, they're coming out the gate, but you don't see that with no West Indies batsman. You know
No,
what I mean? And you know what, outside of Narayan, because they still throw Narayan out there, but Narayan is a hit and miss. When Narayan unfair, he unfair, but when Narayan not unfair, Narayan not going past 10.
exactly. What Narayan tell you to the plan at the start of the season is I'm gonna get 14 opportunities, and if I'm successful 3 or 4 times, we good. So if I'm successful less than 25% of the time, so that is not anything where on bank plan. There is no stability
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is
I agree.
basically around try to give you a good start, and one at a time, he gonna work out.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't base it off of that.
and as we know, Narayan is not the master of footwork, so you don't expect Narayan to go out there to make the game look pretty. Narayan gonna stand and
Mm-hmm.
deliver, and whatever he deliver, he deliver. You're gonna take what you get.
Indeed. Um, by Reese, the Pelicans are gonna be down by 7 with 12
No, he
minutes to
got
go.
it.
They cut into the lead. The lead was
But
all about by 20.
by what Zion got 31, boy.
Yeah, unstoppable right
Zion got
now.
31.
Eh,
Mm.
anyway, we're gonna
Interesting.
we're gonna get into the political aspect. One of the aspects of the show. This is gonna be a show wide theme. So if anybody come up with anything with regards to this, we're gonna read your comment. The premier had suggested that he has not been involved with anybody in his administration not being involved in scandal. The most West play better franchise cricket than for West Indies money. But you see, it's not money what them man play better, you know? Them man are coming in with basically 6 overs ago, leg of your bat. And if you walk out, the money worth it. If you don't
The
walk out, you will
expectation
not
is
be
a
back
lot
next
less.
year. Yeah.
The expectation is a lot
Listen,
less, and then there's no pressure
uh,
on them.
Hetmaya not even a feel. Them man not got Hetmaya feel. Hetmaya does just bat. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
come
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
at
yeah.
a up. The only time he come in if like 2 wickets down is this 6 overs over. So we're gonna say he Hetmaya. It's not like Hetmaya coming in 3 and a dictate, well, this is how the game go. And a challenge with the purple cap or whatever kind of color hat then those give whoever got the most runs. You know, I don't think kind of thing there.
So you're saying he's not like a Sanju Samson who is guaranteed to come in number 3, no matter the stage of the game. Samson coming in number 3.
Yeah, and gonna produce.
Yeah.
He gonna come in 6 to 8. Good night, Tanya. Oh yeah. So
Everybody,
the
good night
thing
to everybody. Get it.
the thing we're gonna run through the show. If anybody have any scandals that they feel like the government has been involved in, let us know. We're gonna evaluate scandals tonight. And I know the premier is a technical one, but I had an Oxford dictionary um definition of a scandal. You know, I feel like you got to be an English dictionary for it to be respectable. Okay, scandal is an event or behavior that people believe is morally or legally wrong and causes anger or shock in the public. It is not. We're not talking about the popular series what went by ABC. If anybody have any candidates, for example, we see you feel like the discussion with Mr. Brand and the CBI place over in Cox, the place that was supposed to be built. You feel like that raised to a scandal? You feel like that was scandalous?
Um, no, and I'll tell you why it's a no
Great
for me. It's a no.
guy.
It's a no for. It's a no for me because the fire behind it died too quick. I feel like they talk about it for one week. It was hot. Next week it was lukewarm. Third week it dead. I think we allowed that situation to slide by too quickly, and I think that's where the problem kind of ran into to it not being considered a scandal because it did too quick.
Okay, I got another candidate. MSI Media being paid $12 million and ultimately not giving us the 35 movies what they said they're gonna come with. Scandal? Scandalous? $150,000 a month? US?
Again, he come in. We had the argument about it. We talked about it. We don't live long enough. And then the other thing to it too, when we start to see like scandal, nobody will dig into it to make it to expose it.
So you feel like scandal for a scandal because really and truly somebody had said, for example, the Donald Trump case that is going on right now in New York City with regards to the payments to Stormy Daniels. So the criminal case there, they're saying that this might not be scandalous because they say normally to really cause scandal in America, you got to the video in the courtroom. Right now, in order to follow the case, you more or less got to read what somebody has said. Listen, Jeremy Tobin are one of them people who going in there. But you know, if we was seeing people understand, so you're saying
Well,
that it got to be
that
something
would have
like
been it.
that.
That would have been it. And the other one would have had to be like Stormy Daniel had a video and she dropped she video. Because then your TMZs and all your good man in America and all these other media houses would have picked it up. But right now we just got to refer to what CNN put out or what MSNBC put out, but we don't have anything about it. And so that's the thing on it. So the initial thing about the payment part was a scandal because it run for a moment. But right now the court case, we're not got nothing on the court case. The biggest scandal right now surrounding Donald Trump was actually the Fannie Willis situation, the prosecutor down in Atlanta.
Okay,
That
well,
that
listen, I've been not lose focus on it. I may only bring up Donald Trump who show that example how cause you're telling me that the scandal got to be it got to almost take a life of its own.
yeah, you got
So
to.
everybody talking about this thing, you know what I mean? And it live for some time. It can't just come and go.
Like I'll give you a good example.
Otherwise in our red.
When you hear Stormy Daniel, right? What do you think of?
Donald Trump.
You, not
Grab
nothing
grab them
else.
by
You
grab
don't think about nothing else.
grab them by the pussy. Yeah.
No, there's absolutely nothing else that you think about. That you know that the scandal was there. At this current moment, the whole court case is just yeah, we interested, but we can't. You're not gonna know that we could actually look into.
Man, listen, let me tell you something though. Even though ain't got a video at this moment in time, if Donald Trump is not charged, if he's convicted
If you lose,
of,
yeah,
of,
if you
of the
lose,
charges, the scandal is gonna be there. You better
or if you
believe that.
lose, yeah, because you can't remember, you can't stay can't stay in the courtroom forever. Once you lose, you got to come out of the courtroom. You got to come back to civilian life. Or once you come out of the
Um,
courtroom, yeah,
Trevor asks, what about the hack concerning the airport contract that they said wasn't true but was?
the hack about the airport contract, it take too long to develop. If I give you a good example, the airport contract, right? If somebody was able to hack the system and actually had the contract itself and could have go somewhere, just go and turn on the phone, Facebook Live, and start reading the contract, where people could have saved that video there, out to this world.
Okay. Okay, listen, I got more candidates, don't know. Okay. Okay. So the hospital, right? That's a scandal. Me not say nobody thief, no. Me say that's a scandal right now.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. That would be the biggest thing right now.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
the biggest thing right now. Yeah,
Alright.
at that point, that would be the biggest thing. What about the treasury monies? The treasury money situation come and go too quick. The problem is that we don't let things don't live on. We don't let things
Okay,
dead too
okay,
quick.
okay, okay. Okay. But wait. Let me make a distinction. You're saying that this behavior is scandalous, but it's just ain't lasting long enough.
No.
Reese, let me tell
We
you
have
something.
scandalous behavior. You know. Listen, no. We have scandalous behavior.
Oh, okay.
The whole CBI thing with Brand was 100% on its way to being a scandal. You know? The problem is that, and like, okay, Chef say we little neighbors. We dropped this situation too quickly.
No, but here
That
what me ask you now. Because even saying that these things they have a long shelf life, that would not necessarily mean that there wasn't scandal. Huh? That just means that it never stick. The man
no,
is a
we
Teflon
definitely
that
have. No, we definitely
not
have scandalous behavior.
okay.
Yeah, we
So
definitely have that. Without a doubt.
so when he's saying really and truly, I feel like him constantly saying this thing about them. Well, been while listen, he is a brandy resignation speech again. The voice note.
Matter of fact, Chef, yes, the Hazel Brandy situation, even prior to her resignation, everything leading into that, that might have been the most scandalous thing on the man. And that had a life I own it. And when the voice note dropped, oh, well, Ellie used to say, "Bomber drop." Yes, that was that was it right there. That was a true scandal, and that they had
Okay.
fire, that they had vigor.
Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about is this big story. Good night,
Mm,
Loretta.
blessings.
I hope the drink going down nice. This Bead situation. Bead is a company um, who, well, Nevis people supposed to be familiar with Bead. CCM Cuss Bead, CCM Subi, CCM Beg Bead to come back. When you think about CCM situation with Bead, this is what like the old people then tell you about when by you might get to swallow your own vomit. This is what right now with CCM and Bead right now. According to the video I saw of the premiere, and I'm gonna be paraphrasing. He says someone decided from 2015 when he come in, and the someone based on my deductive reasoning was Patches. Decided he now want doing a business with B. Um, and he said basically if the area rep now make no noise, that now one thing I can what he supposed to make noise. But from the little audio there, and let me give you a kind of history about this beating, right? So I think beat initially came due to NRP. And at this moment in time, the premier would oppose anything. So I think the story ended up be Bede is selling Navy's people that want water. Something of that. It's a bad deal, we're gonna get over the deal. So them man energy towards Bede was no, we ain't dealing with that. Cause NRP bring that. NRP doesn't deal with nothing good. Lab not deal with Bede. It's important that we understand the energy what was coming. The premier ended up put it off on Patches and say, well, no, well, as far as the federal part, Patches said he not deal with them. My question to you, right? In a scenario where CCM is more receptive to Bede gonna take it out on the NIA if the federal government decide then I work with them, in your estimation? You understand what I mean? Like,
I
like, like,
I think the deal may not be as good. I think you put the NI in a tighter financial position.
but if, oh my God, New Orleans down by 6. But definitely, if you campaign on the fact that you're done with bid, and then the federal government, them man say they not deal with bid now come.
True.
That's fair, right?
That makes sense.
Okay. Um, the next question. You feel like Patches really had the power to overrule Timothy Harris? You feel like them man been in a meeting and Timothy Harris said, the people of Kenya need water. And everybody walk out by here and we have a deal. There's a plan in place to deal with bid. You feel like Patches had the power to tell Timothy Harris he ain't doing no business with bid?
Yeah. See, I
You,
mean,
you go ahead.
I think that Tim, once he stepped into the room, he realized that his allies were few, but he realized that Patches were one of them. Cause remember when Patches lose an area representative and went as a diplomat, eh? He makes sure he put Patches in a good position. I think he realized that Patches was probably the only person riding with him 100%. So I feel that he would have listened to Patches, especially once he in the room and he look around the room and say, "Yo, I have my allies in here."
In cause listen, I'm willing to work with you. In a scenario where we're saying that Patches could overrule the Prime Minister, you ain't feel like that should be alarming to the other members of cabinet?
Um, it should have been alarming to the PAM members of candidate, because then it would have shown exactly where Patches may have stood in the whole coalition. I think that in itself should have been alarming. Um, so I think that might have been something that Sean might have wanted to should have taken a look into, because once you start looking at it from that point of view, you realize that, for example, all the PAM MPs said this, or Patches said this one here, and Tim go with Patches instead of going against everybody else. Then it should have been alarming in that sense.
Listen here, right? I just started to watch BMF. Okay? And in one of the season, Terry shut up by Meech establishment and he demand the jugs. And you know what I might end up tell Meech when I might see Meech? By confusing, who are the boss? This man, he said he not even in the game and then here come and here call shots. Who is the boss? If me
Mm.
there anywhere and whoever supposed to be the boss, me see them I get overruled by one of the underboss big man, I will be alarmed. I think that's concerning. And but maybe that's how come the premier been feel like them man got the power of fire the prime minister. Cause me tell you all the time, ain't got nobody. I could tell you right now, ain't got nobody could overrule the premier. I could tell you
Well,
that.
but
Ain't got no coalition in there.
yeah. Well, let me also share something as well, right? Which position would you prefer to be in? To have this conversation behind closed doors, or to have this individual come publicly and speak out against you? So sometimes you got to make a decision. You may not agree with the decision, but you may have to make that decision because of the position you're in. Because when we say all these things, you have to keep in mind that certain people have platforms. Patches at the time started developing his platform. Patches has a platform. Keep in mind that when Tim went in there initially, it was only Tim. It was only Harris by himself. Harris was the only standing member on that side.
I,
He
I
needed at
am
least some kind of partnership. So he got to just say, hey, listen, even if he said, but in his mind he said, but I don't even like this idea. He's got to roll with it.
I am so happy that you mentioned this because now it leads into another point of consideration. The politicians make a spectacle of the country before self team. I have never heard of area above self. Like for example, I don't feel like me never hear the premier say number 9 above self. Is country above self. So what is the wider responsibility? How far are you supposed to be rolling with something? Because based on what we end up and see, the premier was rolling with things for about 7 years. He had a lot of things underneath each chest for 7 years. So how far we supposed to roll with things? When is it country above self? Is he supposed to really say, well, the area representative ain't arguing for it, and because of my position, because I want to continue maintaining me double salary, I gonna kind of cool out pan this year. He ain't have a
So here's
responsibility what bigger than
oh,
himself to argue for what he see is right.
okay. No, we say country about self. But
Mm-hmm.
when we go to the polls, we ask for number 9, now we ask for number 3, and we ask for number 7. We not ask country. Remember, the country does not impact you. You're impacted by your constituency and your constituents. So country about self sounds good enough. It sounds great when we say it. And whoever wrote it initially, great idea. But as we enter 2024 and we keep going forward, nah, nope. And this is why I've always said the way we stick with that motto there. I feel that whoever is prime minister shouldn't run in a constituency. The prime minister should run in. Everybody should have a vote in the constituency and the prime minister. You vote for your area representative and you vote for the prime minister. Not I like this party, so I gonna just vote. I don't like this person, but he in the party, so I gonna vote for them. No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that.
Um, how would you control? Uh, oh my God, Reese, the score is tied 93
Yeah,
93.
I,
Oh my
I,
God.
but I got 95,
Selective
93.
people not fool. You can't tell me you sat there for years collecting 2 salaries and federal assistance, but now people supposed to listen. They throwing up the blame. Well, Weeks, yeah, here's another thing what I pick up from the premier. I feel like the premier feel like he got smile files, and definitely the premier feel like he's smarter than what he do. So when he hold back these things and he present them, he don't present them in a kind of manner, of course, to be the victim. Like for example, when he gonna say he been out in the yard and them type of thing there. But really, when you analyze what was taking place, as me said, you realize nothing was going on. It's not as flattering for him as you would want to believe it is when you really analyze what's going on with the premier, in my estimation. He does make it seem like I think the attempt was to say, well, as I said, Patches overrule the prime minister. But when you want to tell me Patches overrule the prime minister, I end up with more questions than the answer you're attempting to give me. And the answer what he always does give me is bad. I mean, I had no choice. It's not like me being the prime minister. It's not like me could have done anything. I'm just a member of cabinet. Let me see if I got anything else about that big story there. Okay. I could leave Beat alone. The Culturama, the Culturama launch. Culturama was supposed to be launched on the last week, Friday, the 12th of April. There was a grand opening and grand closing. The way this idea closed off everything. I think the mixology event was also postponed until this upcoming Sunday. The mixology event will now be the first event of Culturama, even though Culturama will not be launched until the following Friday. You have any thoughts on the Culturama grand opening and grand closing?
Well, the weather is something they can't control. So I understand that weather played a role in it, that played a part in it. So I get that. With that being said, I think that they need to go back and revamp everything what they're doing quickly. I don't think the mixture should be before the launch of Culturama. That's another thing though. So I think they need to go back and realign the schedule to get certain things fit into certain places because you cannot have a Culturama event before Culturama launch. That don't make no sense to me. I may be wrong. It just don't make no sense to me.
Um, what was I do? Follow?
Man, what his name, CJ McConnell coming in the game for him. Me think that you follow. I
No,
mean, I don't have anything here stating follow. No, you only got three personal follow, so you can't follow.
no. That mean anybody out there. Well, I do not. Of course, you cannot place any blame on the committee or anybody, and I'm not attempting to place any blame on the committee. I would say though,
Don't say that. Don't say that. Please don't say
I,
that.
I, I
You
would
could blame.
say
You
though
could find a
that
way to blame.
no. Well, not in this instance. I will defend the committee in this instance. The
Okay.
only thing I will not defend the committee on, however, and now is when I start to see I might struggle with this culture armor. I do not have the app. So I follow in Culturama from a social media perspective. So Culturama, Instagram, Culturama, Facebook. I have not seen the updated opening posts in any of the social media areas where I would assume that it would be. I don't know if anybody got the app. If you find the app, is somebody tag me today and tell me you're gonna be on the 26th. But it's not. Well, definitely boy, culture I'm gonna tag me boy. But them kind of ways that the communication I would say need to be a little tighter about what going on. Well. Man, I want Lakers win. There's not any updated post on only about the mix. That's what I mean. I don't see any updated thing on the actual launch, and I feel like it's strange that you give me an update on the mixology event, but not the launch.
Um,
The,
I got a
there
que-
wasn't even anything to say that the launch was postponed. What's the question?
I got a question for you. The girls that are gonna be going in for Queen show and stuff like that. We already know who they be.
We were supposed to find out Friday.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to know. That's it.
None of them, none of the ladies have decided that they for sure want the $20,000 and contacted me as of yet. If one of them they for sure want the $20,000, they would have done. contact me to find out. Well, what must I do? Where must I
The
go?
20,000 is the winning prize.
Yeah, I just been getting into that. Eric has announced the prizes for Culturama. The updated prices, I think, is 20,000 for Queen and Calypso, and 12,000 for like Mr. Cool and them type of things.
Mhm. Mhm.
I did.
Okay.
I don't recall seeing a prize for Talented T in Junior Calypso. Oh yes, and the scholarship.
So you did you see Anguilla's announcement for the what they call like their teen show, their prince and princess show, the kiddie show, whatever it is. You saw it?
Yeah, I think we spoke about it. I
You
think it was
you
like
you know Anguilla is celebrating 50 years as well.
I was unaware of this.
80 fucking $1,000. We ain't talking about Queen
And
show. 80,000
and
fucking dollars.
you must also point out that it's not Eastern Caribbean currency. United States dollars is
But
what we're
we
talking about.
but we out here saying 20,000. Maybe I wrong. Maybe I wrong. Maybe market different in Angola. I don't know. Maybe Angola got a much bigger population. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I
I
think
wrong.
I think what happened is that we ain't remember we ain't trying to compete with Angola, you know. We're not trying to compete with Angola and those type of countries. So
All right.
Angola gonna do what they have to do, and we gonna focus more on our niche market.
You mean all returning nationals are gonna save they're gonna save culture armor? Because only returning nationals are gonna save the culture armor.
Well,
That's
that
that's
too.
that's that's the niche market. That's the niche market we speak of.
Um, I think me and you been touched upon this last week, but I've been actually finding the article. The Premier League, the CPL, yeah, the Caribbean Premier League reported uh 40 $40,446,754 total economic impact on the economy of Barbados during the 2023 CPL. Barbados hosted matches for the first time since 2019, and they also had women's matches. The figure was based off several metrics, which included organizer and visitor spending on the island, media coverage, and the commercial value generated from extensive global TV distribution. They also tell you that they filled up 10,951 hotel rooms, and the global audience for the tournament was 853.5 million viewers. Me only bring up all of that they'll say, as I was saying, we don't got Culturama, we just got music fest, and we just got all these things, and we just talk about how there's an economic impact. Let me study it. Let me find out how many people really were impacted. Look on traveling in between the island. Look, as you say, if there's an increase in beds filled up at hotels or other establishments. Let me really find out what's going on. It's not about competing, but making the product more attractive. That's why you always hear the quality of the shows poor and the contestants less than par. By weeks, yeah, you already step on the same thing, but
Yeah, but let me tell you something, right? Not a week said that. Let me talk about. If Alan, if you get into an event that you only go in $10,000, you're not putting forward the same effort as to $80,000.
No.
You're not going to do it. It's just what it is. I'm gonna tell you something. If the price was 50,000, somebody gonna get themselves a jetpack. The entry gonna be a jetpack. Yeah, we entering this show from above. I winning in my first segment. I coming in from above. The only other thing coming from above gonna be God, and I ain't seeing him no time soon. Yeah. I put in money out there because I know I got a chance with the money. When you enter a show, you're gambling. Yeah, you're just betting on yourself. You're just betting on yourself. That's
And
all
as
it
I
is.
said, I feel like the government need to look at it as a long-term investment in the Queen, and the contract need to reflect that they also gonna have other commitments, other shows where you want them do um appearances where you want them make sure the year. Listen, them man contract supposed to stipulate, and if you win the Queen show, we might need you 12 times this year for commercials or appearances. We need it for this cocktail. We need it for that. All of them things are supposed to be worked out.
No, but not even only that, right? Before they sign the contract, there should already be plans in place that these 4 shows you're gonna have to go to Anguilla, you have to go to say Vincent. These 4 shows, you know that once you win, way ahead of time, this is what you're looking
Locked
at.
in.
So you know, once you sign your contract, there's a possibility that once you produce, this is where you're going to be. Yeah, we're gonna need to put things in between, but you know for a fact you got this lucky. We not question that. That's what we gotta start doing. Do the thing, Papa.
Yeah, I'm tell you the only problem. The only problem what I can't solve is the CF6 part. Because if I gonna need a risk, and we had a recent example of this. Of we had a queen, and when we look, the queen is pregnant.
All
You
right,
understand?
so
And
let me talk about that.
I go ahead because I don't want to
No,
control a woman that body. I can't do it.
no. We're not controlling Shibari. We not
Okay.
controlling Shibari, right? But this is a part of your contract. And if at any reason you are unavailable to make multiple appearances, you got to be sure to everything, and you're gonna pay back everything in full. Yeah, all it's gonna be in the
La-
contract. So at least you know upfront. Hey, when I sign this contract for at least the next year and a half, yo, this shop got to close.
I
And
committed.
if I want,
No,
if I want to
and
open shop,
listen,
this way gonna be.
here, listen. I don't want the young ladies to feel like the club got to be closed. But what we're saying is we don't want the club to get shut up. You understand? So you want got to get your metal detector out front,
That's
and then
that's that's, that's it.
yeah, and then you still got to get your security guard to make sure no dangerous objects are getting in there. That's my perspective.
Yeah, you put the rules in place, and you put everything within the contract. I always feel that once the rules are known up front, then you gotta deal with everything on the back end. That's you. But I let you know where I stand from the beginning.
Well, I feel like that's fair. The whole. Um yeah, bye. This next one. You ever been to the Cayman Islands?
No.
Okay, but you familiar with the geography of the Cayman Islands?
Yes.
You know it's not okay. So for those of you who are not aware, as the name would imply, there are multiple islands. I think there is Grand Cayman, there is Cayman Brac, and then Little Cayman, something like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wait,
Cayman
hold on
Brac.
there, Alan. Wait, hold on there,
Go
Alan. Let me adjust error quickly. Error, me no want some the people to come back. Some is not a word that I understand. I want all the people to come back. You did not fulfill your contract, send back all the money. You're in breach of contract, I want back all the money. Everything that you get, send it back. If you went into a restaurant and eat for free, send back the money. I want everything back.
You wouldn't prorate it so that
No.
I go easy with this thing at all. I want to see how much people live on Cayman Brac. Cayman Brac population. My God. 2,000 people live on this island.
That's my island.
Okay. Anyway, here's the article. Set 90 miles from Cayman Islands tourism hub in Grand Cayman, a new cruise destination could soon be emerging in the Caribbean. Cayman Islands is planning to develop a cruise pier on the island of Cayman Brac. This is a small, quiet, and eco-centric destination with just about a handful of boutique hotels with great beaches, world-class diving, and a growing adventure offering. Oh my God! None of that they sound good when that I go compete with News. How is sound so far?
I'm gonna tell you, I think I see a different angle than what you see.
Listen, I see an angle that could be beneficial. So maybe we're
No,
thinking
I don't trust me. I don't think we think it the same thing. I don't think it's what we think it is.
okay, we shall see. The
Ah,
plan, Cayman Islands Tourism Minister Kenneth Bryan told the Caribbean Journal, is to make Cayman Brac a boutique, small ship destination, one that maintains the island's relaxed identity and fulfills a priority of quality, not quantity. That ain't no sound. That ain't no sound. Everything like Mr. Niche destination. That ain't no sound. Everything like Mr. Niche destination. Oh, okay. All right. That would mean a maximum of around 3 to 4 ships each week, with no ships greater than 2,500 in capacity, and an emphasis on luxury small ship lines. That ain't not sound like somebody, you know.
that's something like the premier right there.
Okay. The model is not going to be the traditional model where you have big ships coming in, even with a pier. We want to keep it more towards small ships. That way we don't have an abundance of persons traveling over to disrupt the flavor and flow of things. In other words, more Saint Barts than San Juan. We're planning to either build it ourselves or partner with a local business owner who is building an island marine harbor called Port Zeus. Brian said it began a conceptual idea and the government gauged interest from the cruise lines to make sure it fit what they wanted. The plan is for a pier in 2026, and discussions have already begun with the cruise lines. The major priority, Brian said, is to make sure the destination can build up numbers where it's comfortable. That's crucial for a sleepier, laid-back island where you can be on the road and not see a car for 15 minutes. That is an attractive quality for some travelers, and we think that we can share that with them and offer up a more white-glove approach. Not every cruise line is going to be able to get this option because we want to keep it small. We're doubling down on quality over quantity. Cancer. Talk to me and tell me where you see.
What I see. Now that you finish up the whole thing.
Go ahead.
It start off in the in the Mark Bradley way. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that they may be looking at a bigger opportunity. And I think ultimately what you might see happen because the way how this is setting up something like how Labadee set up in Haiti, right? And how
Mm-hmm.
we really set up is that a cruise line actually own the island, eh? And I think I was thinking that there may be a possibility that a cruise line may be purchasing the island and make it like a special getaway. Cause
Mm.
them smart ship don't make much money, you know.
They say they don't make much money.
Them smart ship don't bring you much money. But the rating and the explanation sound very familiar. Sounds like we've heard this
Okay.
before.
I got another little smart thing here. He said this fits the trend in cruising at large, where more and more brands are looking at boutique ships, including new launches like Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection and Four Seasons Yachts. I didn't know Ritz-Carlton got their own yacht collection.
Yeah, I know that.
You were familiar with the Four Seasons one as well?
I didn't know the Four Seasons, but I know the Carlton one.
Okay. Okay.
But you see that statement is contradictory to it because as we see the biggest ships are being made right now. We just see Royal Caribbean lose one. Princess is about to put one in the water. Um, Norwegian about to get a big ship as well. So it's not necessarily so much that people are shying away from the bigger ships and then get the smaller ships. I don't agree with that statement.
Well, here's where I see some room for optimism with regard. Now I see why they don't have any dock in Grand Cayman. Sounds like you don't want tourists. That's on a budget.
Um,
Um, the optimism I see in this move is that there is the ability to have a connection point. Because if Cayman looking to do the same kind of thing what you're looking to do, that mean you could start to talk to the cruises about the same cruise lines what Cayman talking to essentially you supposed to be talking to be a stop um and wherever two of them going pan. Whenever them are to the Caribbean, you want to them same grand Cayman black people coming to Nevis, in my estimation. So I see the ability to do some collaboration. And I
okay,
see a way how we could work out positively.
okay, not against it.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me deal with Mr. Spencer Brand right now. Mr. Brand, don't take this the hard way, but just part of the job. Huh? First thing what me noticed was strange. The Ministry of Communication now has a Facebook page. Reese.
Mm.
It started 2 days ago. Well, I guess it's gonna be 3 days ago now. When you see Facebook, when you see a Facebook page and it says sponsored, that means somebody pay for that page, right?
Mm.
Okay, so that's my simple question about this communications Facebook page. Who paying for that?
Well, it's two things. It's either that they are making money from the page, but either way, there's a financial transaction.
And because there's a financial transaction with regards to government funds, all question remains the same. Who paying for that? What going on? I want to know what going on with the transaction. Then. 'Cause I ain't to
Yes.
say I just gone on Facebook and I got a page. I got a page that is being paid for. So just let me know what going on. I Well, the last I see they had about 50 followers or something like that. So Hurricane season come or whatever. I don't know what's the motive or no. I just want to know who paying for that. That I'm a simple question with
Matter
regards
of
to
fact,
that.
really and truly, I think that the page should have been up long time ago. This shouldn't have even been a question. I think we need a central point to disseminate information. I think, so, and I think we shouldn't have to wait for water department to say ABC and Nevlec to say ABC, Ministry of Tourism. I think we need a central point to put out information on a regular basis.
I also think that would be best. I had an experience recently where there was information and I could have find the Ministry of Education Facebook page and I couldn't find it on the Ministry of Sports the Ministry Youth or whatever. It was
Mm,
kind of them. However, them had it. I wasn't getting everything one time.
mm,
You up on the one year and the one year might get and the information relating to the other one and then. So I feel like
yeah,
if they had one general area, and then you could have tell me, well, this information is from this department or this ministry or whatever, color code it
exactly,
or wherever. But let be in
exactly.
one area so that we can know this is what going on here. So.
Yeah, we need
So
to
with it.
centralize. We need to centralize that. Well, we need to centralize government anyway. We know how to do that. So we got a long way to go.
I feel like the Lakers was able to prove that. Oh yes, they were able to prove once
No, they win. They
again
win. They win.
that Renzo Griffin is a soccer MC out here questioning man competitive ability. He didn't want to face Jokic. He's gonna do everything in his power to face the Golden State Warriors or the Sacramento Kings because he want to win an NBA championship, but he don't want to face the best. And that's logical. I can't wait till the Clippers get washed in their ass. Anyway, uh,
All right, with you, man.
the next thing with Mr. Brown,
Mm.
just a small clip. I don't have any problem with the first part. He said persons are encouraged during the hurricane season to seek reliable information regarding the storms. Um, oh yeah, reliable information from reliable sources. He was able to name one reliable source in particular. Do you know what that reliable source happened to be, Reese? Do you have
Van
any
Radio.
guesses for what that? Oh my God. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. There was no other suggestions that Mr. Brand had of where reliable sources may be. He don't even say, well, look on weatherchannel.com. He not talk about nothing about the Met Office does deliver a daily report and nothing about them kind of thing. That is one place that Mr. Brand tell you that you could go for reliable information with regards to stamps is Van Radio.
Sounds about right. Not surprised.
We don't talk about a couple of weeks ago about how I have been told there are no advertisements on 2020 Vision with regards to Culturama. CCM? You make it a little bit too blatant, eh? So sometimes lad even jokingly mention other places. Do the thing where the idols do and at least 7 radio and then put in a couple of regional places also. Put a wonderground.com. Think outside the box. But lad man, you can't only be Van Radio here say all the time.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'm not surprised with that. You surprised, huh?
Um do you do you believe that Okay, if I make the statement and me say by things so good in the country, you go work two job. How that so?
Things so good in the country, you go work to job. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to work, if you want to work to job, you go work to job. If you don't want to work it, you know how work it.
Um, is it possible that I could interpret the statement of things so good in the country that you go work two job, that in order to make it, I got to work two job? Is that a
What?
possible way how I could look at the scenario?
Me don't know if you could. Me don't know if you should interpret it that way. I think if things so good that you go work to job, mean that employment opportunities are there. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want some extra cash, you can make some extra cash. But if things good, then I don't think you need to job.
And that's what I mean. So, don't you think that there are certain scenarios where by if me not got a second one, yeah, I ain't gonna make it.
No, they don't have scenarios like that. I know man like that. Yeah? I
Not
know a
just
man that
man, not
I
just
know a man that they pay 18. No, but
the
I know a
single
man that they
mothers
pay
too.
$1,800 a month in child support. 1,800. So I understand. If you have a woman out there and your father's in contributing and she has children, it's gonna be a little tough for she. So it's gonna be like that. If you're out there and you got to pay a mortgage on your house and your house mortgage is 3,500 and you're only making 4,000, you may want to go squeeze off another one. So it all depends on your situation.
But you would agree though that if you got a one job and that they take you everything, you ain't concerned about the second job.
Yeah, if you got the
The
one
the
job
the,
and the
se-
one job could suffice. If the one job could suffice, the one job could suffice. Yeah.
the second job coming as more of a I gotta have it. If I could make it out for the one, but it gonna be tight. I barely making it. In order to really make it, I need to. Ain't that's what I'm saying?
Yeah, could be. It could be looked at that way. It could also be looked at, this is somebody wants extra money, somebody got some little play money.
I will tell you that the difference between how that is interpreted could be the difference between a political disconnect the political reality. If if I am going about it and my perception is, as I was saying, by things so good, you can work two job and all. And that is the reality, and people on the ground are appreciative of that, then cool. But if people on the ground perception is, oh my God, I'm mercy, I got to work 12 to 14 hours a day. I can't even see my child, much less. That, when you listen, man, the next thing, it gonna affect your social life too. I think I'm gonna say if you work then kind of hours, you know, the cheese is easier to get pinch off, huh? Cause you're working hard, and the cheese is standing alone.
Ah, boy. No, but
Um,
in reality, your social life is gonna take a big hit, and your social interaction is definitely gonna be limited. And also, if you're not built for it mentally, your mental state of mind going to take a hit as well. Um, and like you say, if the cheese, if you leave the cheese at home, oh, you're gonna be under a lot of pressure. You'll be under a lot of pressure.
yeah,
Cause somebody might be out there like Cyril right now, just come out to fire.
and oh my God. You just know when you left the cheese well wrap up and you come back and you don't start to see little nibbles and so. You start to see yellow and you say, listen, home, man, things ain't good. Things ain't good.
Also,
So as me say, me ain't gonna deny it, but I feel like it gonna be important politically because if you go on and tell people things good and their perspective is what you is your talk, it could end badly for a particular politician where people stop listening to. You know that kind of ways there?
yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
Okay. Uh,
I feel what you're saying.
Small little thing on cricket. St. Lucia is going to showcase their love for cricket during the 2020 World Cup. They got some kind of special plan in place. The ministers of St. Kitts and Nevis have also decided to showcase their love for cricket during the CPL games. They will be attending the games and be taking pictures in the VIP. Antigua is also going grassroots cricket in the government. The government are go their grassroots cricket. St. Kitts and Nevis will be going their grassroots cricket once again by government ministers putting on the Patriots jersey and going down in the VIP for the CPL game. As me talk about that, Mr. Premier, I feel like you need to bring back the Premier's box. And I'm not gonna be invited, but you need to bring back the Premier's box, man. And like, let us all sink it books too. You're gonna literally we know we gonna get some culture on my books, but lad man. You can't go down and sink it sexy all the time and you know got Premier's box. Van Samri, as stingy as I say, he had a Premier's box. So let us something, man. Loretta gonna see you down in a VIP in a culture and you know, gonna hear about him. Mm, JD had a Zoom meeting yesterday, outlining I guess he been update people on her constituency and the country. I think she said and take a little word. She was speaking about her plans, speaking about what she don't like. And when cause I was listening to JD yesterday, right? And it dawned on me. I feel like JD does do a lot, but I still feel disconnected from the a lot of things that JD does. Okay, what do you think? I feel like she does do a lot on the internet especially. But me just now will.
Uh, I'll be honest and tell you that I am not aware much of what JD is doing or what she has done. I don't really pay attention to it. I feel like as a communications major, I think that's what she went to school for, communications or something of that nature. I think I should have been seeing more, and I think that it should be more accessible. You know, like you said, there was a meeting. I don't know what this meeting was. It just two individuals in her constituents? Is it that she had the voters list and know who to reach out to? What did she do? Did she have it on Zoom only, or did she have it on Zoom and share it on Facebook at the same time? Like, was it a closed door meeting? Was it I don't know.
Um, all I know is that it was on Zoom. I don't
Because
recall seeing anything on Facebook though.
so I may not necessarily be so the individual who's not the most tech savvy person that only know how to log on Facebook and then share it for the app on their phone and they only know to scroll up and down. you got a better chance of them scrolling into your meeting than for them to go log into Zoom and to go put in an ID number. And if you got a password, to put in a password. You know. And then the
Well,
other thing,
well. To be fair, I think her perspective was that she wanted the feedback. So I guess that's why she do it like a Zoom. Cause then
well,
you could speak to her directly, which is
well,
good.
which is understandable. But the feedback, just like everything else, just like how we here and we have chef comment on the screen right now. If feedback comes in any form, if feedback doesn't necessarily have to be somebody saying it, right? But I feel that using Facebook as a medium would have made it easier for it to reach more people.
Well,
Now
Chef
the thing
said it
about
was
Zoom, eh?
Chef said it was advertised for a few weeks, and you had to
No, here's
register
it.
to join.
Okay, here's that's what I just want to say. The thing about Zoom is that you could keep it private, eh? You could
Mm-hmm.
keep it private. So, you could, if the individual don't have a password to enter your Zoom room, they can't enter. So it's little things like that.
Next month we celebrate the seventh anniversary of the non-completion of the Alexander Hospital wing. Um, okay. As you said, that is still alive. That's a scandal.
Yeah, that is still like way lukewarm.
Me feel like you lukewarm, but I can't even say so. Cause you been home December, so you got a little taste of the temperature.
No, I drive up there
But
to, I went to the parking lot and thing and look around. So, but and what? And I'm gonna tell you what the thing is. I'm gonna tell you what the biggest problem is. The biggest problem is that as citizens don't demand much from the government. Cause I don't want to know that in 2 years or 3 years when election come on, we get some free T-shirt and some free cup and African concert. But we don't really demand much from government.
I think you forget the whistle then as well. And
Yeah,
you got something now with lights as well. Glow in
so that's
the not even glow in the dark. You got lights.
so we don't. And I think a lot of people don't understand how government work. I think a lot of people don't understand that the government is actually their employees.
Hmm?
No, Tanya, we talk
Um,
about scandal. Is it really a scandal right now though? Like really and truly, you only hear about it really every other week, really and truly, yeah? When somebody decide to bring it up on a talk show. But
so
but
so
but but
so,
but what
so
are we
this thing got to be an everyday occurrence for you. This got to be Barry Bonds taking steroids.
when hey, listen, when Barry Bonds was taking steroids, let's use that for example. Every news outlet, every day. Even when he go up to bat, they say, yo, he looks a lot bigger than he did yesterday. And he
But
push all the way to know that his career
okay,
is over. Now that his career is over, what do you think of? The 700 and change home runs, or the fact that as he got older, he got bigger?
I want to ask you a question. You can give me an example of a scandal in St. Kitts and Nevis. Something where
Yeah, they learn the doggy situation.
that's a scandal. What's a scandal?
They learn the doggy situation.
Yeah,
When he got to the point that the US was threatening not to renew visas and stuff like that, and they had to turn him over. Big
I was unaware of this.
Yeah, it got to the point where the US was the same sanctions they wanted to put on Jamaica for the situation with Dodos. Before he went to Jamaica, it was coming to St. Kitts. It was coming our direction. Yeah, even US media was running it.
So Jamaicans couldn't get no visa.
But that was also one of the reasons that some of the entertainers visas wasn't going to get renewed. That's but they tell it and say, oh, you talk about LGBTQ. Nah, we just blocking everybody that was associated to. to dollars. So everybody that used to go to the party that he used to go like the Weddy Wednesday, I think was his party. That- all them get squeezed out. Oh, so, see, sorry, they didn't even threaten. They actually started doing it. I know you didn't know about that.
No.
I know you didn't know
Boy,
about that.
listen, partner, this is 1999. Me not can song about Dougie and Little Nut Boy, 1999.
Boy, no, boy. That they even take over American media, boy.
Mm-mm.
But matter of fact, the situation come out. Okay, I hear another one. We had a judge that was in St. Kitts. Same Leonard situation again. She said that she witnessed Leonard get buried. She in St. Kitts walking and she see Leonard. She flee St. Kitts. You didn't hear about that either?
Mm-mm.
We not had no
No,
judge for no case for about 6 months because she run. She left St. Kitts high and dry.
no, 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 no.
What?
I was not familiar with this phenomena. Big man, as I'm telling you, this is 1998, 1999. Me not can song, me not can song with that.
But yeah.
No, unfamiliar with that work. We were told some months ago that the Charlestown Health Center is being moved to upgrade the existing site. Couple of weeks ago when I drove past the Charlestown Health Center, nothing had been done to upgrade the existing site. My perspective is that no work will be done until Culturama is finished, and by which time that gonna be rainy season. So good luck with that. All the best. Um,
Your Charlestown
what I
Health
know,
Center is one down there by Methodist Church behind
indeed,
okay, behind Credit Union. I'd say that it's a good
yeah.
structure. I remember when they built it, it was actually it's a good building. But like everything is in need of upgrade, and I think that should be of the utmost priority because when you're dealing with health and medicine and stuff like that, we need to make sure that we're in a position where we're taking care of people.
What do you think about the government paying all this money in rent? I really would like to see a study about the amount of government offices and departments and so what any government building.
Um, I feel it's stupidness. That's the first thing. I feel it's stupidness. That's one. Um, I also feel like the government should centralize where you could get everything, pretty much everything done in one building. Not this stupidness where you got to go from here to there to there to there. I think that we need to work on that. Build one building and by floors you level them out, by section you level them out, and we understand, hey, this is where this office is that way, this is this inland revenue. Not this stupidness where you gotta walk from this building to that building to that. No, no. 2024, man.
But I feel like he had to put everything in one building still.
No, you know how to do it. You know how to do it. You just gotta put the time in and make it happen. You could have a backup building that stores like the files and everything. Now you hard copy your files and everything. We need to centralize the government. We need to centralize the government.
I feel like the government could be centralized as long as the premier gonna have his own individual place. As long as there's a VIP section for the premier, then we go centralize. If we ain't gonna do the VIP thing, then no, we're gonna go get the premier
Why?
by himself.
What's up with you and the VIP buy? Again, I would get this VIP buy.
No, because me about about the VIP all the time. I feel like he got to get access in the VIP.
But
When you
you
watch
know,
VIP in other places, ain't just corporate VIP. He got a section. How we gonna get a moment like Kodak Black with the stripper? if Kodak Black can't go in the VIP, if it's just corporate. You understand what I say? Regular man got to be able to get in the VIP too. That's what I say. I balling out for the
I mean,
regular man them.
I can tell you, I believe in VIP. Me like when we go VIP, me like it in them section there. Me like it cool out and thing, in the VIP sections. Matter of fact, I went to a Magic game this year. Yeah, up in the VIP back schooling out. Went to the lounge and it cool out. I watching the game at a fully extended chair. And I was living my best life.
As you talk about that, right? I saw the Magic in person as well. When they play against the Warriors. Reese, it is so hard to score 2 points in the NBA. To
You
score
just
2 points. Oh
oh,
my god. These human beings are large. These human beings are flexible. Them man a play hard for basically every possession. Oh my god, phenomenal. Me respect level. And then when I look at Steph Curry, basically got less than a second to get it out. He gonna make up his mind in that amount of time. Otherwise, them man are gonna block every single shot. It's amazing just for them man to get off a shot. My God, it's hard. Phenomenal.
yeah, man. Yeah, man, definitely.
Mm.
But the VIP thing, they need to free up the VIP then, cause me like to go VIP. Me want to do my drink selection before we go in there too. I want to see the drink selection. Make sure that I am not getting regular drinks in my VIP section. I want something step up the thing.
Lack of sporting facilities in Nevis to host women's sports. And even the facilities them what can host women's sports, lack of proper um, dressing rooms, restrooms, them type of things. Recently there was a team that came from I think England. These were males, but even them man was like, "What? This is what I be going to look at." When you're coming from England and it's like no, them man just tell you well bye. I just change our clothes right there in the pavilion. And the man is like, ah, go ahead. Who be a watch your boy? Do I got to know? It's not attractive. I don't know that they have been back since. I don't know if they're coming this year. But I would want to believe that when them man went back and they were relaying their experiences, that other people didn't hear it and was like, man, I want to this stuff. Just a small thing for the officials to think about with regards to the facilities. But oh yeah,
I agree. I agree. Matter of fact, up in the park had bathrooms.
the park when
Not
you're up
no no,
in the
not
dressing
bathrooms
room and so
like showers. They had showers in there.
yeah, but them they needed to be replaced 20 years ago.
Mm. And not
Recently West Indies cricket came to do an assessment at the ground, and then I was asking which part I offense there. Cause if you hit a ball right now, the ball will just go along and just roll. You're not the part that gonna offense.
mm,
And then when them man want the dressing room where they build the structures, them man say, I don't know that they need pushing down. So everything gotta go.
I agree.
All falls down. All falls down.
I
And
agree.
start again fresh.
Matter of fact, I have always said that the El Comido should have like that baseball netting that they have behind home plate. where the balls can
Mm-hmm.
go through. I feel because of the way it's
Mm-hmm.
set up, it should have that at least 20 feet up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once you put a ball down in the area of the main street, you pull a ball and they go over there. Unless somebody catch it, he gone,
But
and
the
it doesn't
be-
preserve the integrity of the ball either.
the best me ever do I hit a ball directly down a Swanee. That they been feel good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's what they need. They need to invest in that. Um, they also need to the pavilion got to go redo. They need to have showers. Each dressing room should have at least two, maybe three showers. If you want to have anything. But question: the Monday track got showers.
No.
That's another problem. The netball complex not gonna showers either, right?
No.
Okay. You see what I'm going with this? Like in this day and age when you're playing sports, you need some man may want to run a game and then somebody get on tongue lime. But you can't go downtown smell like you just work construction for 4 days. What
And,
are you doing?
and more and more importantly is you can't charge nobody. You can't be with the bare minimum bars and charging people. You gotta get some kind of standard who charge them much less be attracting people. I think I've been telling you is $40 million was the economic impact for Barbados.
Ah.
Trinidad said them one been 55 million US dollars, and they filled up I think about 4,000 more seats than Barbados.
Uh, I want to say that those numbers are inflated.
I listen. I also feel so because what I'm realizing about these numbers is that these numbers seem to have been generated by the CPL. I mean, I feel like I'm fisherman out there at a bob I'm a fishing instinct.
Yeah, but you know the thing is so. I think like for example, you have the CPL for let's just use 2 weeks. I would say to make the numbers look better. Everybody that come in the country for 2 weeks, we're gonna just put them as a part of the CPL thing.
No,
So I
no,
might have come in for no. I might have come in for a
uh,
wedding, but because I enter in the weekend of the finals, the hotel room full. But me ain't here for CPL. I am here for my cousin wedding. But the hotel room full, so you count it as the room full, the room sell out. Yeah, the room sell out, but the room is not for CPL. I think that a lot of this information is inflated. We just collect the information, and within this time period, this is what we did.
um, I want to take back some information to because they said that yeah, I think the first one would have come from the CPL, but they said this one was generated by YouGov Sport. And the figure is based on organizer spending, visitor spending, and media value for Trinidad and Tobago. I feel like the media value one, especially, that's where the overblowing coming in.
No, I
I
I,
feel
I,
like
I
that's where.
feel I feel the media is where the numbers getting fudged, and I feel the visitor spending is where the numbers getting fudged too. Because again, if I am on island and I come for a funeral and I go by sunshine go eat, you can't put me meal as a part of CBLM. I just got my sunshine eat. I am here for a funeral. But when you collect the data, do we do we differentiate the spending? No. So you just pull all the data together.
I feel like me only confusion would be the people and them who come in for one thing and end up do both. So for example, say it happened to a wedding there, as you said. But me also realize by he got CPL apply too and me could get some ticket. Me don't really know how them man would deal with that part there.
Yeah.
I feel
So,
like that would be an issue.
yeah, but I think the numbers are inflated. But with that being said, at least they have some kind of metric to put forward, so we can say, hey, this is what it is. We don't hear no from singles news, so Barbados and Antigua and Trinidad are still ahead of it.
Before I talk about this Dr. Joe story with Geothermal, I feel like I have cracked the code as to why the Premier is kissing Dr. Joe ass so intensively. So and I want to hear your feedback on this. So initially, and I still feel like this is a mechanism to make sure that the money stay flowing. But I'm not sure if you're familiar with the suggestion that there might be a little internal beef in the Labour camp. You might get a couple of ministers who ain't pleased.
I spoke about that a long time ago. That the
Okay.
camp not looking into good. The things look fractured and splintered.
Well, I feel like the reason why the leader of the opposition ain't opposing anything is that is Dr. Joe insurance. I feel like Dr. Joe focus right now is to keep the damage to tree. So if 3 ministers walk away, he got 3 ministers ready to step in. Big up Mr. Tobias. What do you think of my theory? How me sound?
Yo, wow.
You ain't see the angle then?
Wow. Here's my question.
So
Is that a doctor? Hold on. I got a question. Is that a Dr. Drew idea? Is that a Mark idea? Is that a Mark saying, hey, listen, this way you look, this way you look like going on, and this way you bring to the table?
I feel like I can't say who come up with it, but I feel like it was suggested by one party to the other as something to just, keep in mind. If there is any squabble, it could be resolved. But let me tell you something to it. I was also envisioning a scenario whereby 3 of them. No, I can't. I try to work out one where 3 of them would leave and farm up with the 3 and the opposition, but I can't do that. Cause in that scenario, there, Dr. Jogan simply decided, well, if that's the case, let we go election.
So I will tell you that.
But the insurance seem possible.
I would say that if that is the play, which is a viable option. I would not take it from you. It's a viable option. And as a gambling man, that's something you have to keep in your pocket. So you got to keep your options open. So I'm not against it. I'm going to tell you that if that is the play, then somebody playing chess and somebody playing checkers, and Dr. Drew out here jamming some chess in their ass. If that is the play, oh, that's a brilliant play. That is a brilliant play. No, if that is the play, I think that Mark might have come up with that idea there.
Well,
I think Mark might have been the one to whisper and say, "Hey, listen, here we go."
I can't go against that because he need the pipe to stand. He need the pipe to stand.
I think he don't realize that. Hey, listen, this is what's going on. We're not worried about the rest of them. This is what we are talking about. This is what we depend. In the event of a yes or so with them. You've got a friend.
When I hear the Premier talk about Dr. Joe, that's the kind of relationship you wanna get with like your baby mother, what you done with. Ka this man don't be like, I just hear people cussing Dr. Joe, talking about this and that. Not me, no? Not me. I ain't gonna talk about that. Me and yeah, the real history. That there is like the loyal baby mother who I say, bye, I go talk chopping is born me baby father. But I'm me baby father. And all the chopping is saying,
But you
why
know,
I can fix up
but,
all you. The man is a
but you know, with
loyal.
that, with that being said, you never really hear them say nothing about each other,
I'm
Even before
telling
Drew get
you,
in, you never hear them say nothing about each other,
yeah, facts.
And I don't know if you recall when Drew was elected as the leader of the party, the man put a message out there, congratulating Drew.
No, listen. No, when if somebody become the new leader of the Ku Klux Klan, the premier congratulate them. You don't care who it be, as long as you rise to the president or the leader or something, the premier gonna send, hey, congratulations, just to let you know. I see you out there on the top, just like me. So big up to you. I see you, big dog.
Man, so hey, listen, hey, if that is what is constructed, I know the there's going to be certain problems, certain fallouts that they got to deal with once that come true, if that go true, you know.
I want you to give me your interpretation of this next story.
Ah,
The Prime Minister's office wishes to inform the public that the Honorable Dr. Terence Jew will be working abroad from Wednesday, April 10th until Friday, April 19th. And me not even know why you come back the 19th for, because from the 21st he gonna be in Miami. Maybe watch out, maybe he come home and mind the cheese, cause he got new cheese. So maybe he come home and mind the cheese or 2 days.
okay. So here's the question that
Jew,
I have:
guys.
Is he working abroad in capacity as the prime minister? Correct.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason that the prime minister should be abroad, and I don't know he is. So where is he going to be?
We get into that.
Okay, carry
During
on.
during during this period, he has indicated that he will be meeting with several potential investors in the Middle East to discuss major geothermal investment projects aimed at furthering the sustainable development goals of the Federation. Major geothermal investment projects with a S, multiple projects. The outcomes of these meetings in the Middle East, and it lists 3 countries: the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Abu Dhabi, no, the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and the Emirate of Dubai, have the potential to significantly increase the Federation's sustainable island state agenda. Successful partnerships forged during this time can pave the way for the implementation of the SKN innovative geothermal projects and serves as a model for other smaller island states. Yeah, Jeffrey Henry in charge until you come back.
Okay, so let me
What?
tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. If I had money, if I ever hit the lotto, I would donate money to every party, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
so that whoever is the winning party understand that, hey, leave Reese alone, that one they untouchable. With that being said, everybody that talk about geothermal out of back money. I tell you here about geothermal. We talking about geothermal over 20 years now. Over 20 years we talking about geothermal, and we still can't get off the ground.
Nobody talk about it more than me premier though.
Listen, all of them. Me tired of hear what geothermal. Neither single. Do what geothermal should be illegal in the federation. You should get a jail if you mention the word geothermal. I tired of hear what geothermal, and we not in the head, so we just done the thing. And every election cycle, geothermal becomes the pressing thing again. Jesus Christ. Fucking geothermal. Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you find it any kind of strange that is the Prime Minister is taking the point and seeking this geothermal money from in the Middle East? You realize anything about what is taking place?
But the Middle East isn't oil dominated.
Yes, but oil countries like to in diversify the investments. So
Diversify the portfolio.
yeah.
Oh, me no really see no funny about it. But I'm gonna tell you what I see funny about it. We can't get one geothermal project off, but he said we multiple projects. We can't get one, but we're going to win more than one. What are we doing? You can't take care of one chair, but you got six. So what are we doing?
So when in order to meet the representatives from Saudi Arabia, the premier had a babysitter in the name of Kamis Maynard. Now the prime minister is the one who gone over to the Middle East to look the money. After the prime minister would have guaranteed the other money. You don't realize somebody taking over the geothermal project? Am I just seeing things?
No,
Maybe two things.
it very well could be that.
Okay.
It very well could be that. It could have, even could be boy pan and we went to them done strike out now. But you see if you try your luck and see if you got any luck.
No, no. With regards to that aspect, I love the fact that Dr. Joe gone instead of the premier. Because one thing for sure, the premier is the man who we want to start to appear when we got the money and things actually happening. Because he gonna be the man to say, well, um, we have the infrastructure, we have the wealth, we now have the finances, and by God, we're the greenest country in the planet. We want him for them terms there. But in order to get the money, or to get whoever, them man not deal with the premier. Them man, them man ain't laying the bullshit splash on them. So he now get you with his lyrics. So if Dr. Joe want to talk for geothermal, if he also want to talk to anybody about bringing a hotel, them kind of things there, man, go ahead to neighbors. Because the premier ain't getting you. He may go talk to somebody about the airport money too. But Alan Husband said that the geo... I federal matter sometime. I didn't say that he was a federal matter. The only thing what the premier says is that he couldn't get the money until the prime minister signed off. But it look like when the prime minister signed off, he signed on. No, the prime minister not signed off for sure. He signed on. He signed on for the work. The last thing maybe I wanted to say was there was a report from the World Bank which says that the economy of Latin America and the Caribbean basically has stalled for this year and the current well, they're predicting that for the next 2 years that it is going to be the lowest rate of growth compared to all the regions in the world and is insufficient to drive prosperity. So he said it's not in federal hands, not the premier. The premier said that he's working with his prime minister. Right now when the premier see the prime minister, he just waiting for the prime minister who say by which shoe. If it's the right shoe, he just shine that. If it's the left shoe, he shine that. He keep the prime minister clean right now, away from all the stress and aggravation. That one, the last one, they not really been too big on a race. It was just a matter of the World Bank has said the economy is not going to be looking too sustainable. I only just factor these things in, understanding that there's going to be an election close to this time. It tells me that during the next 2 years, we're not going to get any type of early election. I feel like I've been saying all the time, the government are going to try to run this thing down, all the way down, and squeeze every last job out of what they could get. Finance is gonna be continue to be tight in the region, and I got to bear this in mind. Um, the two jobs gonna be necessary based off of what the report said. I don't know if you have any rebuttal to the report.
No, the report. So one of the things that happened leading into the report is we saw everybody coming out of the COVID pandemic, right? So you had a lot of movement, a lot of people moving, a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on. Well, at some point, everything got calm back down. Now, right now, we're going into the period where everything's starting to calm back down, and it's gonna be where it's gonna be. And I mean, the good thing about it is the fact that we know that for the next 2 years, this is what is expected. So we plan accordingly. You know, if you choose not to plan, then that's on you. But at least we know what's going on.
I feel like part of the projections also been we have been blessed, at least I know maybe been blessed for most of my life. We have been in a hyper globalized world. And what you're seeing happening now with BRICS and all these type of things, it seems like we're coming back to a situation. More, the world is becoming what it more normally is, whereby regions are kind of stick to themselves. So as you say, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there is everything has settled down in of itself now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
America biggest trading partner, I think, is Mexico now.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico is one of the biggest. So things are changing, and we're gonna got to be aware so that we could adapt to the coming changes.
At least you know what to expect going forward.
Loretta, you see, you understand the man prepared. Loretta said the premier could use the dribble Usher in the premier shows.
Uh,
Um, the last thing I want to ask you: Warriors versus Kings. Who going to in this? Who going to face the Pelicans?
by the to me, the Kings are the better team, yeah. As a complete unit, the Kings are the better team. The Warriors are the better player by far, but the Kings are the better team. But the score is, you need to check
Kings
the
up by
score.
8, right? Kings up by 8 right now, 50-44.
Still got time.
Draymond,
Second,
Draymond, Draymond Green just usher a man for 2 points. Walk him straight to
okay.
the rim. Say, go ahead.
Yeah. I think this is his last. This should be his last year with the team, and I think this should be clear last year with the team too.
Bye. Well, then, this might be my last Warriors game under this regime. Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody stay safe, take it easy. For those of you in Nevis, enjoy the mixology event. Although in culture armor before culture armor launch. Enjoy the mixology event and have it gone. I can't wait to see the girls. This time next week, I could wear some kind of clothes too, because at least City and Madrid gonna be done with, so
Did
I'm
hold
gonna
on
come with me City.
the girls launching this week?
No, next week Friday, the 25th.
Next week Friday. Okay. This
The
show
mi- the
after the girls
mixology
launch.
the mixology event is Sunday and the girls them a launch the Friday.
This show after the girls launch, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna share the failures and how the ball drop. So I need all I who possible I go download the app and I gonna tell me what's going on because I'm gonna show you some failures and how we have technology and we refuse to use it correctly. See it?
Okay. All right. So everybody, stay have a wonderful evening. And Chef,
Hey man, bless up.
you could take us out when you're ready.
Yeah. Lately I be having conversations. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, that's the rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you just an idol. You got me feeling